the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
At one time. All right, so let's see what else we have on the dock.
I wanna bring up this.
What you got?
It was a report that came. I don't know if it was yesterday or Wednesday. It said Lamar Jackson didn't want a fully guaranteed contract, but he wanted more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. I don't know if that's accurate because the guy that reported it was Dov Kleiman, but I don't. But I was looking.
But he usually gives it, tags whoever he got the original info from.
But I was trying to find Jeremy Fowler, so I went to Jeremy Fowler's Twitter because that's the source that he got it from, and I couldn't find it. And then
was it on like the NFL Network or something?
I was trying to search it up online because I think Jeremy Fowler, he's ESPN.
ESPN analyst.
Yeah, and I was trying to find it online, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, where did he say that? Because they somebody would have tweeted it on Twitter, or I would have found it on the news. Let me try to find it again, because just to make sure.
But if that is the case, which I highly doubt, because where are they getting this info from?
Right.
It has to be all from the Ravens because Lamar doesn't have an agent.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this contract stuff is legit just speculation, and it's probably not good to try to harp or take their word as what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But if that is true, if this is true, Lamar, you might be bugging.
Might.
Well, you definitely bugging.
He's tripping. Big time.
What you think? You want a Mahomes type contract? Like, I'm confused.
So, here's the thing.
Because in order for you to get more money than Deshaun Watson gets, you're going to have to get like a $500 million over a decade type Mahomes contract.
Pretty much. Like, you have to come to a happy medium with the organization. Like, you can't get everything that you want. You can't, like, you have to come to a compromise with the organization in order to get a reputable deal.
And like you asked, you requested a trade, and it's like, you got to think, I'm going to have to give up 2 or more first round picks and then have to pay a guy $200 million guaranteed. Mm-hmm. If I'm a GM, honestly, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Man.
I know people don't want to hear it. People all upset. Well, nobody interested. Like, you got to think about it. You got to give up 2 essential building pieces for your team and then have to pay a QB possibly $200 million guaranteed. How you going to build a roster?
He doesn't care about that. He wants his bag. He like, you guys figure that out. I just want my money. And if it is true that, okay, I don't need a fully guaranteed deal, but I want more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson, you're just crazy.
Insane, actually.
That's ridiculous, and that's why he needs an agent desperately. If that's the case, because there's no way in hell any team's giving him more.
He need to hit up Larry Tunsil like, hey man, how'd you get that contract worked out?
And he'll tell you that I'm an offensive lineman and you're a quarterback. That's why, because quarterbacks cost an enormously more amount of money than an offensive lineman. And so Lamar Jackson, he needs to understand that the organization wants it one way, you want it another way. How can we come to a happy medium? And it seems like Lamar Jackson doesn't want to do that. Now, I will say, I said this on one of the shorts that I posted, and this person in the comments was like, no, what are you talking about? It's the Ravens' fault. And here's what I was saying. I was saying that the Ravens are at fault for letting this linger for as long as it has. And what I mean by that, after Lamar won an MVP in a playoff game, they should have extended.
Yep.
But they waited too long. Why did they do that? I don't know.
The same thing the Cowboys did. Dak, they franchise tagged Dak 2 years in a row. Waited till he broke his leg, then gave him all that money. They could have had him for like maybe $8 million cheaper on a year.
Right. So who is the villain of this whole thing? Who is the person to blame? Not person, but who do we blame for this lingering this long? It's the Baltimore Ravens because they didn't.
100%
their
the
due
Baltimore Ravens.
diligence. They should have extended Lamar after year 3.
And you know what really makes me mad when these teams be like, "Oh, you got to build the team when the QB isn't making all that money," but then they don't build the team. They had how many years of Lamar making like first round pick money and then didn't build around on the offense?
Yeah, and you'll hear like a media person or you hear like a fan say, "No, you're not supposed to pay the quarterback until year 4." I'm like, "What? What you mean? You could. It doesn't matter if it's year 2, year 3, or whatever. If you see that the guy is great at what he does and he's delivered, dude, literally won an MVP and a playoff game.
Didn't Pat Mahomes literally get paid like right after the Super Bowl, and that was his second, third year?
Yes. So what are you talking about? He's literally done so much in a 3-year span. Why not extend him? But they waited too long, and guess what? Kyler Murray got all his money. Dak Prescott got his money. Russell Wilson got that money. Aaron Rodgers. And now the QB, Deshaun Watson. The QB market's all screwed up now. When you could have extended him, probably got maybe a little bit more guaranteed than Patrick Mahomes, and he would have been like the 7th highest paid quarterback. But no, you wanted to wait because you believe that, we're not supposed to pay him until year 4. Let's keep building the roster. Stop waiting. When you see, and he wasn't hurt at all. He was healthy for the most part the first 3 years. So if you see that the guy won a playoff game for you, won an MVP, why not extend him? He was able to get a number 1 seed. A number 1 seed.
With the talent he had on that team.
The only weapon he had was Mark Andrews, and he had the remains of Mark Ingram. Come on now. And Gus Edwards. Like, this is who he had? He had Willie Snead on the outside. And I can't even remember the other receivers. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. And we know how inconsistent he is. And he won an MVP. And the next year, he won a playoff game against the team that bounced you guys out the year before.
The Titans.
Yes. So, on the road.
No, I think the year prior, I'm talking about year 2 when he won the MVP, they were at home and they lost to the Titans. Okay.
Because that was the Derrick Henry.
Didn't the first time they lose in the playoffs, it was against the Chargers?
Yeah, against the Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making
against
sure.
The Chargers. Second year, Titans, Derrick Henry went crazy. Third year, they won a playoff game finally.
And then lost to Buffalo.
To the Bills by a crazy deficit.
It was like snow or something.
Yeah, it was. It was really cold that game. I remember it too. But yeah, man, they should have paid the man after year 3, and they waited. So it's their fault. But now that we're at this point, I will say that Lamar is bugging if it is true that he wants more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson. That's just ridiculous. So both of them are to blame, but Baltimore is more to blame. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the next topic. So I also made another short about this. So Matt LaFleur, there was this like sort of coaches sort of event, right, where all the coaches, they meet up with one another at this like fancy hotel, and I guess they just chop it up about next season and everything like that.
Oh yeah, they took that picture. My coach was looking crazy on the side.
So Matt LaFleur, he was asked a question about Jordan Love. I forget the exact question, but he answered it and pretty much said, I'm paraphrasing, but temper your expectations regarding Jordan Love. Don't expect him to have like sort of this Aaron Rodgers level of production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And,
that makes sense to me.
And, people are going back and forth about it. Media people, fans, this is bad. That means the coach doesn't have a whole lot of faith in him and stuff like that. Here's how I look at it. I'm not very confident. So Matt LaFleur's comments, pretty much tempering his expectations for Jordan Love's performance for next year, saying that don't expect Aaron Rodgers' level of production. He damn sure better be Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on now. He sat 3 years. They gave up a first-round pick. They made Aaron Rodgers furious. Brian Gutekunst, Matt LaFleur, they got Aaron Rodgers on his bad side. Now they're trading Aaron Rodgers. He better be having Aaron Rodgers level of production, or we're going to have to fight. Because you're getting rid of the best quarterback in franchise history. You're replacing him with Jordan Love. You guys are the reason why Aaron Rodgers wants out in the first place. Why he wanted.
Aaron Rodgers is a weirdo.
He is a weirdo, but if you didn't draft Jordan Love, the relationship probably would have been a lot better. So
I don't believe that.
You guys better have Jordan Love better have Aaron Rodgers level production. If you're gonna keep this man sitting on the sideline for 3 years, having Aaron Rodgers angry, furious, having this drama with the organization, going on a dark retreat, doing all this other nonsense, he better be Aaron Rodgers, or we're going to have to fight. Because the Packers, I think it's been like 31 years since the Packers have had a QB1 other than Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. 31 years. I'm talking about QB1 on the depth chart.
Oh.
Yeah, not we're gonna have a Q, because obviously they've had backup quarterbacks start before. But in terms of like on the depth chart, QB1, it's been 31 years.
Dang.
That's a long time. Jordan Love better be good. He better be the goods. He better be the goods, Matt LaFleur. I'm looking at you, Matt LaFleur. Now it's time to really coach. Now we're about to see if you're really a good coach or not. Because Aaron Rodgers, I saw all the coaches that left. They didn't look really good. I saw what happens when Nathaniel Hackett becomes a head coach. He wasn't very good. So it's on you, Matt LaFleur, to develop this QB. It's on you, Brian Gutekunst, to put good pieces around Jordan Love. Because we're going all out. We're putting all our chips on the table. And he better be good. Or you're going to see me on the podcast on a crazy rant. You guys do not want to be on my bad side. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. That's all I got to say. Yeah.
The Packers, y'all was some good dudes.
We're good
now you
dudes.
cook food.
Okay, you can believe
And
that.
Aaron Rodgers, the chef, yeah, he cooked dudes.
All right, you can believe that all you want. I did like seeing a video of Jordan Love throwing passes to Aaron Jones. I did like that. I saw a video of that. So that gives me some optimism, because I didn't see that with Aaron Rodgers. He wasn't doing that in the offseason with guys. That's one of the things that I like about sort of transitioning to Jordan Love, per se, because I think with Jordan Love, you won't get that many distractions. He'll actually put in the work to try in the offseason to work with his teammates and not just go to like California or go to whatever place and just isolate himself in the darkness like he's Bane or Batman or something. So at least we have that to look forward to. But overall, get the job done, Jordan Love. I believe in you, brother, but I need to see the results.
Y'all got to trade, what's his name, Aaron Rodgers first.
We'll trade him.
Hope y'all ain't getting that first round pick like y'all thought.
We not, but hey, get a second round, get a couple more picks, maybe a conditional pick. You know what I'm saying? Get something like that on the books, and let's get a move on. The new era Packers. All right, so I want to talk about more of the NFL draft, because draft season is upon us.
Less than a full month away.
Yeah, it's upon us. So I want to talk about the draft more. And I want to ask you, because you've been sort of looking at the draft prospects a lot. Who is your favorite draft prospect?
Ooh, my favorite draft prospect. It was Jalen Carter, strictly from a talent and film aspect. But I think now it's between Nolan Smith and JSN.
Jackson Smith and Jabba. Ninjibba. Okay, that's fair. Why would you why you say those are your favorites? You have to pick one, by the way. Pick one.
Pick one. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nolan Smith. Then.
Nolan Smith. Why?
Yeah. It's just like he's a freak athlete, and two, you look at like I saw the film before people was really onto him as like a top rated guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like the film is crazy. Like for how small he is in frame, like he's only like 230, if that, when he played in college. But like the way you turn on the film is just like this dude is a giant slayer.
Mm-hmm.
He was going up against those dudes in college, getting like doing nuanced things, getting stopping a run. When he was pass rushing, even though people said he lacks production, turn on the film. Good grief! Like I can't stand people stat box watch. When it comes to evaluating draft talent, the dude is a stud. He has pass rush moves that he can do. He has a whole bunch of. He's not like Miles Murphy that has one move and somehow athletes his way into sacks. He actually has pass rush moves. He does a lot of swimming, a lot of ripping. Does a lot of pull. Things like he has crazy bend, crazy bend.
Crazy work.
Crazy bend, crazy work. And he's fast. He's all of these things that you need in a D lineman. You can get him up to like 240, 250 pounds, and he'll still have at least 4.4 speed. But those things that you see on film, you cannot teach.
You heard it first.
And that is why I'm a coward. I really am a coward, because I would say he's edge one, but Will Anderson is he's just been too good for too long.
Breed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then everyone knows Jackson Smith and Jigba. People not high on him. Oh, he's slow. Listen, he gets open. He can run nearly every route. He can play the slot. He just gets open.
That's a good point.
He had good QB play. I don't care. The man had more receiving yards than Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave.
I heard in the pro day he ran a better 40 time. I think it was like in the late 440, early 4.5.
Yeah, but it's hand time, so I mean.
Yeah. I know.
Kind of add a second to that, because you know how they do it the pro days.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, man. Actually, I'm going to give my top 5 wide receivers really quick. One is obviously Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he's the more pro-ready guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready. You could put him in pretty much any system and he'll flourish because his route running is clean. He just finds he knows how to. He's a very smart player. He knows how to find the soft spots in the zone because he played mostly in the slot. And he has great hands. He's decent after the catch. And yeah, he's just a reliable target. My second wide receiver is probably Zay Flowers, even though he's a smaller guy. But once again, he gets open. He's quick. He can run routes. He's pretty physical for a small guy. And, yeah, so he's my second guy. Third, I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. He's moved up. Yes, I know I was on Quentin Johnston's case saying he wasn't, but he's moved up to 3 on my list because I think you can get him, if you can get him to be more aggressive at the catch point, he's honestly wide receiver 2. Because like he plays faster than he looks. He's got the height.
Plays faster than he looks? Weren't you the one that said he doesn't play? He ran like a 4.3. People say he runs. He
run a 4.5 at his pro day, but he plays faster than 4.5. Yeah, he plays faster than 4.5 on film. People thought he was like a 4.3, 4.4 guy, but he actually plays faster than he looks. That's why I said that. Because his pro day, like yesterday or day, he ran a 4.5 or something like that. So if you could get him to be more aggressive at the catch point, I think you got like a legit number 1 guy. But as it stands right now, he's a number 2 at best. Because I just got to see that. I just got to see more dog in him. Like he's 6'3", but he doesn't really play like he's 6'3".
Okay.
And number 4, I got Jordan Addison. His production did drop when he went to USC. Which is odd because now he went from Kenny Pickett to a Heisman winner.
He did get injured.
Oh yeah, injury did have a role, and he didn't very test well at the combine. So, but I still think
combine though.
It is the combine.
That's why you got to watch the tape.
Yeah, he has great tape too, but
combine. Listen, it's one. You know how it is.
I think the other guy's ceilings ahead of him is higher. That's why I say that. I think Quinn Johnson has a higher ceiling.
Okay, I mean that's true. He does have a lot more physical capabilities. He's more talented. Height. I don't know about speed, but
Day one, Jordan Addison comes in as a wide receiver 2 on a lot of teams.
Okay, he might be wide receiver 1 on some teams.
I don't think Jordan Addison should be the number 1. I'm sorry, I don't see it. And wide receiver, that was 4.
Yep.
Yeah, 5. Probably Josh Downs because he's kind of like Zay Flowers, but a little different. Played at North Carolina, so.
How's his hands?
I gotta watch more film. I gotta watch more film. I think his hands is good though, ain't it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think he has one of the highest contested catch rates in the entire draft.
I remember I saw in the bowl game he was pretty solid with Drake May. They had a real nice connection. So yeah, his hands are pretty solid.
Yeah, I think he has one of the highest contested catch rates. Mm-hmm. Like completed catch, and Quinn Johnson, his is actually pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
It's like maybe 16%, which is for a guy his size and his height, he should be having way higher contested catch percentage than that. But anywho, yeah, his hands are pretty nice. But then it also comes to you got to bring up this: if he's 5'8", 5'10" or whatever, why are you having that many contested catches?
That's a good point. 5'10", having that many contested catches is a good point.
Yeah, but yeah. So then after that, I'm gonna go after Josh Downs. I'm either gonna put Tank Dell there or Marvin Mims. I like Marvin Mims more because I think his route running is better, and he's a little bigger than Tank Dell. Tank Dell's like itty bitty kind of guy. So yeah, 6'7". I mean, it really don't matter, Okay. And after that, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
No, there's some decent value in the later rounds for those guys, but
okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you.
I'll have my edge rankings and all that CB rankings. I think I could do my CB ranking right now
because who are your top CBs? Let me just
Christian Gonzalez, Devon Witherspoon, Joey Porter, Deontay Banks. This is in order, by the way. Cam Smith, Darius Rush, and I haven't watched any CBs after that.
Got you. Deontay Banks out of Maryland.
I think he's from Baltimore too. I think he went to Edgewood. So,
what about your, few pass rushers that?
Oh I'm not that big of a fan of pass rushers this year.
Okay.
I think a lot of edge guys are little, Yeah. Yeah, but and Will Anderson is 1, Nolan Smith is 2, Tyree Wilson, even though he has been injured, he has to be 3 because I don't think Myles Murphy is all that good. Because I was like, he doesn't really have a lot of moves. He wins off one move consistently. And then the next level where everyone is just as physical, is just as athletic as you, you're not really gonna stand out.
He's a one-trick pony.
Kind of reminds me of like a Caleb Chase song.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll still have him at 4, but 5. I'm not that big on Lucas Van Ness. Luke Van Ness. I'm like, he's all right, but you know who I have been. And shout out to Voch Lombardi for putting me on. Will McDonald. Yes.
Where you played for?
I think it's not USC, is it? I can't remember. No, it's not USC. He played for
Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa. Yeah, Iowa State. And the reason why he hasn't really been talked about as much as a lot of other guys is because the system he was in, they weren't using him properly. They have him line up on the inside and stuff and try to have him beat guards. But when they lined him up at edge and like they told him to get wide, he was smoking people. He was like, he's just an athlete. He was just getting around him. And I was like, what is the coach doing? So Will. I'm still diving into the film on Will McDonald, but a lot of people have turned their opinion on him. So yeah, I'll be ecstatic if we got Will McDonald at like 58 in the draft. Oh my goodness, I'd do a backflip. on stream and probably have to go to the hospital. But still, I'd do a backflip if we got Will McDonald in the second round. 'Cause
Okay.
he's nice.
Okay, nice to hear.
Don't ask me about tackles. I haven't watched a single film
Nah,
on linemen.
I
I watched some film on Steve Avila.
See, I don't.
I'd want. Please, I would be happy if we took him at 26.
I was gonna ask you about tackles because I don't really care about tackles that much. I'm sorry, they're just boring to me. But
That's fair. The lineman film is just kind of
yeah. All right, so
I don't know much about running backs. I know my running back RB1 and 2 is Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs.
yeah,
Jahmyr Gibbs is nice. I just started watching. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs is nice.
Yeah.
He's like an Alvin Kamara type guy.
Yeah, that's his comp.
Yeah.
That's his comp. I watched the film. He's really good.
Too bad running backs don't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will. Let's.
We should do a courtside view mock draft.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not very adept at.
Well, both of us we gonna both have our input, so I'll let you know
God.
if you tripping on something.
Man, I don't know much of this stuff,
Oh,
bro.
man.
I used to back in the day, like when I was in high school. I used to like really look at a lot of stuff.
Well, if you not down, I'll just make my own mock
Okay,
draft.
yeah, make your own mock draft.
Boo, no fun.
All I gotta say is I have nothing to do with anything that he puts on his mock draft. That's all I gotta say.
I'm mocking the lineman to the Packers.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not mocking y'all a receiver. It's
Why?
not happening. I don't think y'all take a receiver.
Okay. We interviewed JSN during the
Everyone
combine.
interviewed
All right,
JSN.
whatever. I can't remember the last time we interviewed a first round wide receiver. So,
I'm mocking y'all a defensive player.
here's the thing. I gotta ask you this question. What do you think the Cowboys' offense is gonna look like next year?
I think the Cowboys' offense won't be top 5. And I'm going to tell you why. The way Mike McCarthy has been describing the offense, I don't think he wants to even be a top 5 offense, to be honest, statistically. I think he wants to be a type of offense that plays football. Like, I think he wants to be more like the 49ers, because, West Coast, right? West Coast offense. He wants to be more like the 49ers. 49ers, I think they were top 5 offense towards the later half of the season, but early, no. So I think he doesn't want to be like the Kellen Moore. We're going to put up 30 points a game. We're going to air raid it out. I don't think he wants to do that.
So he wants to run the ball a lot.
He wants to run the ball efficiently. And a lot of things people don't realize that screens technically can be a part of your run game. Because you're getting your running back the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So I'm expecting a lot more screens, a lot more short passes on first and second downs, and more efficient running. We probably won't be that great on yards per play or points per game. We may drop to like 30 points to maybe 25 or so. But we're going to play great defense on the other end.
Who do you think the Cowboys are going to draft?
Oh, man, it's so many dudes, man, because we filled out so many holes this free agency, this offseason. I am super shocked, by the way. I still pinch myself every morning. I really hope they go lineman, because, like, please don't draft Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs. I would be so upset. I mean, I'd be happy because the talent is great, but I'd be upset because it's like, that's not really, no, that's not how you team build. So I'm hoping it's either wide receiver, lineman, or Mozzie Smith. I'm a big Mozzie Smith fan now.
I have a funny feeling.
If they draft tight end, oh my goodness, I might pass out.
I have a funny feeling you guys are going running back in the first round.
I hope not.
I think.
Someone please save us from ourselves and draft Bijan ahead of us.
I think the injury to Tony Pollard.
We can draft the running back in like round 2 or 3 though.
But Bijan, you know how Jerry Jones is. He goes for the flash guy. And he sees that Bijan Robinson is at like 15 or something like that. He's not too far behind and he could trade up.
If we trade up for Bijan, you may legit see me lose my mind.
I'm telling you, I think you guys are going to draft
If Bijan, oh my God, please, if drafting Bijan, whatever, I'm going to be excited because the talent is great. But if we trade up for a running back, I'm legit going to make a video losing my mind. Like I will lose my mind.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
No,
Cowboys.
stop.
Let's
You
do
trust
it.
me. No. Oh my
Come
goodness.
on,
No.
draft a running back in the first round.
No.
Trade up.
No. Oh my gosh. Please don't trade
Trade
up.
your
If you're gonna
future
trade up for Zay Flowers or Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Nah, we're not doing that. You guys have Brandon Cooks. You good. You good at
You
wide
can
receiver.
never listen. We got to move like Michael Gallup doesn't even exist at this point because he was horrible last year.
Nah, you gotta. You listen.
Michael
You
Gallup
already
got to
have-
fight with Jalen Tolbert and them for a
You
roster
already
spot.
have CD and Brandon Cooks. You're good. You don't have to worry no more.
You can never have too many weapons
Nah, that's why you need a running back. Why not go beat John Robinson?
because you can get a running back. You can fix your run game by getting a lineman and then drafting a running back later.
John Robinson is different though.
Yes, but like I said, it's the Penei Sewell and Jamar Chase thing.
And the Bengals.
Anybody can run behind a good offensive line.
And the Bengals made the Super Bowl, man.
And they lost. You want to know why? Because they couldn't protect Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase was open. He was wide open.
Hey, but guess
But
what?
guess what? Look, Aaron Donald was already on Joe Burrow.
But guess what, though? Does the Bengals make the Super Bowl without Jamar Chase?
I mean,
You draft Penei Sewell, but you don't have Jamar Chase. What happens?
well,
The Chiefs make the Super Bowl instead of the Bengals. That's
You sure?
what happens. Yes, I'm sure. I'm absolutely certain about it. So you say all that, but
it's
At the end of the
different.
day-
Listen, the talent discrepancy between a Jamar Chase and a Penei Sewell is kind of it's marginal. But the talent from a running back to a good offensive lineman, the utility is it's not the same.
okay, well, B. John Robinson, they say he's the most talented running back since Saquon Barkley. So
Or if he's so talented, he shouldn't fall to 26 then.
that's why you guys are going to trade up.
And we better not.
You will, and you will be.
No,
happy.
I will not be happy if
You
we
will be
trade up.
happy.
If we give up draft comp for a run, oh my gosh, I'm a flip. Oh my goodness.
Jared Jones. All right, well, I think that'll do it because the battery's about to die. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and follow the socials because we post a lot of stuff on Instagram. And we also post some shorts as well, so stay tuned for that. And we will see you guys on the next episode of the Courtside View podcast. Stay
Hopefully
tuned.
the Lakers lose tonight.
Hopefully they win because we desperately need a win. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.
I put my life in these sentences.